Please, somebody tag in Donald Trump. Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump, please save me. Please save me, Donald Trump, please. I'm asking you. Please save me. Please save me. Please get these people away from me. In dear God's name, please stop these people. Yes, sir.
Hi, it's Alonzo Bowden with another Rebel HQ TYT video. Okay, do I really need to say it? I mean, if only he had complied. Why didn't he just do what the officer asked? These people bring this on themselves. The cop was just doing his job. Just, fill in the blank from a video of a black or a brown person getting beaten by the cops. Here's the big difference. I don't think any black person gets pulled over by the cops and starts praying to Kanye West. Wow, I've said it before and I will say it again. The cult of stupid runs deep. This poor guy, I knew it was going to be a problem way before the Trump thing when he kind of did the kiss to the camera move himself. When you get pulled over and you turn on a live stream video and the first thing you say is,
Lord, y'all, pray for me.
We kind of know this isn't going to end well. I am thankful he didn't get shot, because if he got shot, they would remove the video and we wouldn't get to enjoy this idiot.
Stop is your kayak or whatever it is sticking out of the back.
Oh, shit, what's wrong with it?
More than 3 feet protruding from the vehicle, you gotta have a flag on.
Okay, I didn't know that. I have been kind of between addresses, to be honest with you, and I don't have the mail for where I get the registration from. So. I did notice that.
Will you step out for me?
No, sir.
Say again?
No, sir.
No, you won't?
No, sir.
Well, yeah, you will. Step out. Step out or I'll break you.
See what I'm saying? My hands are up. Look. See what I'm saying, guys? Please just pray for me.
And buddy, you're praying to Donald Trump? I think Donald Trump has enough legal prayers of his own going on. Between the subpoenas in New York going through all of his financial shenanigans and the classified documents and treason down at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, Trump's got his own legal problems. He's praying himself. He ain't got time to help you get out of a traffic ticket. Dude, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? You could have just got away with a warning about having a kayak sticking out too far from the back of the boat. But then suddenly you decide. I mean, okay, the registration story is kind of shaky. I'm between addresses, so I can't register my vehicle. I guess you could go to DMV, or maybe you didn't have an address to register it to. But again, you could have played along with the cop. I love how surprised the cop was when the guy said no. Will you get out the car? No. Excuse me? Then he went in full cop mode.
This is for all of y'all. They can't tell me to get out of my vehicle. It's not considered my homestead. It's considered something different. But this is why I need protection right here. I'm doing nothing wrong.
I know my laws. This isn't a homestead. It's something different. When you say this isn't a homestead, it's something different, then maybe you don't know your laws. I mean, even when he did 99 Problems, Jay-Z understood the law and explained to all of us that you needed a warrant to get into the glove box or the trunk. Maybe Jay couldn't help you because nothing rhymed with homestead. But this guy knew it was coming. He's holding his hands up. He's waiting. He's just waiting for trouble. The cop said, I'm going to break the window. And then guess what the cop did? He broke the window. Meanwhile, you're still praying, and you're looking to us to pray along. Buddy, we were not praying along. Did you read the comments? People were laughing. People were hoping you wouldn't get shot, and people certainly weren't going to pray to Donald Trump for you. However, there was a commenter who said he would contact Tom Cruise. Not sure how Tom's going to help you, but what the hell? Donald ain't there when you called. This is amazing. I'm sorry for laughing, but the cult runs deep. This is the type of insanity that's out there. And I'll bet you one other thing. He doesn't have an address to register his car, but I bet he votes.
What would you like Donald Trump to do if he's reelected?
Get all the swamp out,
How's he going to do that?
drain them.
I want him to clean house. Get rid of the FBI, for one thing. They're a bunch of crooks.
The news isn't going to tell us the truth. They're just not going to. But it'll come out. I'm hoping for John Durham, and some other.
John Durham, though, didn't come up with anything in his prosecution.
Well, that's what the news tells you.
So you think that John Durham secretly has indictments and charges that he's bringing? So why would he come
Now
up with a
you're
report?
catching on. Now you catch.
So when John Durham says that there's no indictments other than that one guy who lied to the FBI, but there's nothing else, that's just a ruse? That's just...
It's just a deflection.
What's the worst thing that Joe Biden's doing?
Being in the White House, being awake.
The cogs in the wheel are running the show. I don't
Who
think
are those cogs? Who's telling him what to do?
Kamala's one of them. Yeah, would have to be. Yeah, and Nancy.
Kid goes to Kings Mountain High School, and they've got what they call furries, where they got girls that dress up like cats.
There are T-shirts over there that actually spell out Biden. Does that go too far?
No, it's called freedom of speech. Say what you want. If you don't like it, just turn away. Walk away. That's all you got to do.
What about the sanctity of the flag? There's a flag over there that's got a bunch of, looks like AR-15s where the stars and stripes normally are. I mean, some people would say, look, that's not very, patriotic to decorate a flag that way.
I think, like I say, it's actually freedom of speech, and it just I guess in a way, because the AR-15, we could go on about what's dangerous and what's not, but just the attack on the Second Amendment. The reason why we were here today, as far as like the freedoms that we have, was because we had people that were able to protect their freedoms with that Second Amendment. And right now that's keeping a lot of China and a lot of Russia from coming in here. That's helping China, by the way, coming in here and taking over because they know that we're all armed. And so I think that the flag being decorated that way is just trying to show people that, hey, this is where it's at. If it wasn't for 1776, which was not a violent movement, it was just us reclaiming our freedom, because that evil queen that just died was a big part of, well, not at that time, but, a big part of that organization who was hell-bent on trying to maintain a global control through their own colonialism.
Joe Biden's not really a good president.
What's he doing that's so bad?
I mean, look at our gas prices, look at our stores, everything in the prices.
Inflation's pretty high. Yeah. He killed some Al-Qaeda leader the other week. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job with the military, and unemployment's down to record lows.
Yeah.
Because you got all 50 states in blue. Then you have all the stripes, and they all unite as one.
Is it united when Donald Trump's head is put on a flag?
I think
Or I'll tell you, here's another one. There's a one. Go ahead.
it brings a different message. You know what I mean? I think with him on the flag, to a lot of Americans, it brings them hope.
What has the FBI done that's crooked?
Well, they raided his house and a bunch of
Searching for classified nuclear documents.
They took Mike Lindell's phone away from him, and they've raided people's houses and arrested people. And
The Democrats right now fear Donald Trump, that he's going to run again, which I believe he will. And that Donald Trump will win the election as long as the election is not rigged again.